Hey folks, welcome back. Nate Finch here from Finch Professional Services, and I just want to walk you through how to back up really quickly your website. So why do you want to back up? Obviously you want to back up in case something happens to your website. You've installed a plugin that breaks your website gets hacked, you do something crazy to your website and you want to revert back to an older version. There are any number of reasons why you would want to back up your website, but there's a free plugin called BackWPUp, and it's probably, I think you've already installed it, hopefully. If not, go ahead and find it in the plugins and add new and just search BackWPUp. It's a great free plugin, and I'm just going to show you how to configure it real quick. One thing to note is that I've installed the new WordPress 3.8 software, so the background of the website, the test.dev website, is going to look a little different from now on, but all of everything is pretty much the same. So let me know if you have any questions about that. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so this is the dashboard, and you'll want to come down and create a job. So basically what we're going to do is set up an automatic job that's going to happen weekly. So this will back up your website on a weekly basis. Come here to the settings, you'll notice just the 5 menu tabs here at the top, and we'll just do test site job, right? Number 1, because I think I actually already have one saved. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that all these are ticked here, and you can see that when these little check boxes are ticked, there's actually a couple extra tabs that open up top for configuration. But we're going to basically use the default settings for most of this. One of the things that I like to do, you can change the archive name here to back test WPUp for all of these, and it'll come up with the year, the month, date, etc., all that into your file. So I sometimes switch to a zip file if I want, or you can leave it selected as a tar.gzip here. Either way. So one of the main things to consider coming down here is the destination. One of the reasons that you want to set up a backup is to get all of your files out of one location and into another location or multiple other locations, just to have different fail-safes, right? So one of the things that I like to do is select these two, back up to email, and I have a Dropbox account, so I want to back up to there as well. If you're using Amazon or something, any other of these cloud services, you can check these files as well. But again, you'll go up here and you'll see that now there is this 2 email and 2 Dropbox tab selected. So I'm going to go ahead and save changes here. The log files here are just going to send me an error if there's any, or send me an email if there's any kind of error on the backup. So the first thing that we want to do is check the schedule here. So we want this to happen automatically, right? Not manually. So we're going to go ahead and use the WordPress cron, and BackWPUp uses the WordPress cron to run the backup job for whatever you do or wherever you want to do. So maybe if you're getting a lot of extra content, a lot of extra comments you want to update daily, I just usually do a weekly backup on Sunday at 3 a.m. and let's just, since we're going to be doing that, let's just change it to 4 a.m. just to kind of make it a little different and not use necessarily the defaults that are going there all the time. So that's saved. So now this will run on a weekly basis. We'll just kind of go through these a little bit. Most of you are just going to want to use the main files, or sorry, the default settings. And I usually don't change this or the files. With the XML export, I want to make sure that all my content is being exported. So I'll just skip over to the email backup. So what it's going to do is it's going to back up everything to a zip file, right? And then that zip file is going to get emailed to my nate@finchproservices.com account on a weekly basis. So I can have those. If you have a Gmail account that you want to set up, just for that, you can do like backup your website at gmail.com or something like that, and it'll email you, so you have like these zip files there all the time. If you have a Dropbox account, you'll want to be signed into it. If not, you can create a new account, but basically you'll just click on this re-authenticate sandbox here and make sure that you're signed in and allow Dropbox to have this connected to it, and this will be your file name here, WordPress Savviness, and it'll create a new folder in your Dropbox account, and you can select the number of backups that you want to keep. I usually just keep 5 or 10, but at that point you can just click Save Changes and it'll run automatically from that point out.